December 21st, first day of winter. This is the first day of my journey to grossing over $1 million across all my prop firm accounts. There's many ways in which someone can accomplish this, but I'm going to be recording from my market analysis in the morning to the close of my last trade for the day. I'll be doing the AM session as well as the PM session if I don't have any setups in the PM in the AM session. These videos are not meant to be financial advice. This is just recapping my journey as a novice trader, also to spark inspiration for other people. So far today, looking on the weekly chart for NASDAQ, let's adjust this for contracts. Uh, yep, looking on the weekly chart, we came into this bearish order block or bearish fair value gap to SIBI here. Looks like we're backing away from it pretty nicely. Yesterday, we made the weekly high according to ICT's weekly profile. Weekly highs are made on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, also possibly on Mondays as well, especially if we're bullish for the week or bearish. In this case, it was made, I believe, yesterday, Wednesday. I do believe we're going to be backing off into the body or actually the wick of this candle right here. But anyways, we're coming out of the SIBI right here. Yes, we hit our target already. Consumer encroachment, I believe, of this week here. This is a model 14 here from weeks ago. Looking on a daily, we have a strong down place moving down to our bearish shorter block or bullish shorter block, excuse me, right here, and see a nice rejection back up into it. So, um, as far as things goes on a daily, I will have this here as a potential target, although I don't believe we will get there. But given that we did come to a PD array, a bullish PD array on a higher time frame daily, to believe we can possibly see these highs up here. So I'll mark this out as a point of interest. Constant encroachment. But this is daily. I really don't mark out ES too much. I would rather focus my attention on one instrument, which is NASDAQ. But I do comparisons looking for S&Ts with ES. So yes, we came down to the high of this fair value gap and moving up nicely. If we do close above constant mean threshold of the previous day's wick or candle, then I do believe we're gonna come up and take out these highs here, which is very unusual price action, but that should be expected when we are in holiday season. So here's constant encroachment, and here we have this fair value gap that we inversed, and it looks like we're gonna go back above it. So this is my only target on the daily. We do have this mean threshold here. So also we do have a change in state of delivery, given that we closed below this bar here. But we do have a series of up close candles. Ideally, we want to see it close below this body here. Um, so we drill down to the 4 hour. We can find a better idea where price action is going to go. So we do have this 4 hour fair value gap that we look like we're digging into. Um, so we have what I like to do with fair value gaps. Um, so I like to see where we are within it. So we went up into optical trade entry of this fair value gap. Looks like we're coming back down below the mean threshold or constant encroachment of it. Let's add this wick. Anyway, so we can no, we'll just keep that there. Um, Same with ES. Looks like the bodies will not be crossing above this. It won't be inversing it. So it looks like we are just moving up, boom, and we can come back down. The other thing that be mindful to look at is our MMMX setup. So we do have some form of accumulation down here, and we want to look for our manipulation, which traditionally comes right before we have an impulsive move up. So we do have some displacement above here, come down and move up. So we could take this as our manipulation to the downside, although we didn't take out any previous lows. So this would be standard deviation rejection. And here we have almost 3.5 right here, lines up. with on the weekly chart. If you go back to the weekly, right, kind of lines up. Actually, 4 actually lines up really nicely with this fair value gap. So um, if we do uh, agree with that, then we almost hit terminus for our buy model. Negative one, negative 1.5 is where we usually see some form of retracement, first level of accumulation, and we kind of got that here. Um, so that's if we use the 4 hour as our form of manipulation or for the MMX. What do we also have here? We do have some PD arrays. We have a bearish order block here, and this looks like this was the change in state of delivery on the 4 hours. So I will mark that out. Um, change in state of, so I don't have that one saved. Oh, no, I don't have that one saved. So for change in state of delivery. hmm And looks like we went right into that bearish order block, and we're retracing back down. So this is very good, and this is very good price action, showing that we are in a bearish tendency. So I do believe we can come down to these lows right here. This is the previous day low. Um, previous day low. Where is that? Um, previous day low, right? Which came into this fair value gap right in here on the 4 hours. So we are delivering from this 4 hour fair value gap, and we are going into this 4 hour fair value gap. So I do believe we will seek out external range liquidity here. So I have a bearish bias for today. Um, Now going down to the hourly time frame, we have we had an SMC yesterday, right? I think it was on the 15 minute. We had in well, we have it right here on the hourly. We took out this high up here. Um, so my expectation is that we will completely retrace back and target these relative equal lows down here. So we do have London low here, midnight open, 8:30 a.m. open. I don't know why it's not showing up on here. Is here. So we are above midnight open and 8:30 open, I believe. So this is very good price action for supporting a bearish bias. So I do believe we'll go up, do something like this. So up, down, back up, something of that nature in price action for today. We do have a bullish order block down here, which we came down to, um, and boom, ran up. We did have a high impact news driver today. If we go back at 8:30, final GDP unemployment claims. Um, so that's what we got going on right there. I'm gonna transition over to the actual contract. Um, so we'll just mark this out here. 4 hour, and we can do something like that. Bearish change in state of delivery. Um, and again, we were delivering from this fair value gap here on the 4 hour, which was inversed, right? And then we also have this fair value gap here. I'm not gonna draw that out. I do believe we delivered from here, run up into this fair value gap, hit this change in state of delivery, which is also bearish shorter block, and then we could come back down to this bullish shorter block right here on the 4 hour. Bullish shorter block, right? Bullish shorter block. Um, the other bullish shorter block, I cannot suspect that this will be. the other one bullish order. Look how we came right down the mean threshold of this. So I'm just gonna add it there. I do believe that we are gonna seek out external range liquidity, but if we do, um, if we do hit that area, then it's just more confirmation that we're gonna come down to previous day low right here. And I'll just so again, the objective is to trade at most two contracts and just get 20 handles, really 10 handles, 400 bucks, and just do that every day. Eventually, we'll open up 20 accounts and keep that keep that going, you know. And 25 weeks, green every day, 400 bucks, 20 accounts. That's over $1 million. Really cool stuff. So, all right. So again, I do believe we can come down to these relative equal lows down here, which this is showing bullish activity, given that this fair value gap was not touched, and we have relative equal lows right in here. So we'll add that down as internal range liquidity, and this is in a discount, right? So if we go up here, quad, here we are in a premium, so this is a good area to short, and coming down into a discount B area that we would get out. I do want to target this fair value gap right in here, given that we target this trend stage deliver on 4 hour. I do believe this could be our next target before we get down to this 4 hour bullish order block. 4 minutes until the open. And again, we do have this bullish order block down here on the 1 hour. So if this holds, we could see a run back. I don't know what. So it'll be coming down in this first hour, hit, run back up, maybe to mean threshold of this down closing candle. But if we do close below this, that'll be a change in state of delivery, delivering from a higher time frame 4 hour change in state of delivery, as well as premium of a daily range, as well as we are retracing from a 4 hour fair value gap, not to mention this 1 hour fair value gap. Um, and so that's my bias for the day. I do believe we can come down here to a discount. All right. So I will be making my trades in Tradevate, and I'll do my best to mimic these trades um, in paper trades. So I'll just restart the account. I don't know how to restart. Is it do like yeah, just reset the account. Yeah, that's fine. I don't do it often. All right. Continuing going down to the 15 minute. Now this is where I look for entries. And like change the states of delivery. I look for the 2022 model. Look for inverse fair value gaps. Look for fair value gaps that we specifically delivering from, like from this one here. We are delivering from this 15-minute fair value gap. I do believe that we will definitely come down in here. Also looking for accumulation, which we have here. This is some form of manipulation down here, relative to lows. We are delivering from this fair value gap up here. So I am bearish for the AM session. Well, that's also correct. So on the daily chart, yeah, this was a like over a 300-point move. I would suspect that it comes right down to this bullish order block right here on the daily. So this could be a retracement. After we get retracement, we could have some form of consolidation, or at the retracement, we can have expansion to the upside. But given the period where we are in the year, I do believe we may see some form of consolidation within this um, bullish order block, potential bullish order block, right? Okay, so here we are, off to the races. Try not to stick on the 1 minute. Look at the five. So we have this fair value gap here, run up. Um, so it would be ideal to see a change in state of delivery if we come back to this 4 hour change in delivery or bearish order block. Here we have this fair value gap here on the five, which looks like it's going to be inversed. So using the inverse model as an entry, or just simply using it as an indication of where price action is going to go. It's a good way of using it. Um, and here we do go down to a discount and we're running up. So this could be a quick little scalp trade. Um, I mean, scalp by means of like 5 points or until we get to that external range liquidity, which I do believe we're going to get to. All right, so if you were to get in here, hypothetically speaking, this will be a 15-point move to the upside. You could see this as manipulation. Here we do go down New York Open manipulation. And let's see if this closes. This was our first target. Constant encroachment of this wick would be the second target. Still got 3 minutes left in the session. 15, this fair value gap here is holding. So we did turn from this fair value gap here and we come down to this fair value gap here. If we can close above these bearish order blocks or bullish order blocks right here, then I would have conviction that we can run up into this 4 hour change in state of delivery or bearish order block. So let's mark this out right here. Right, so this could be a run up, retracement, boom, run up higher. But again, we usually have strong. Now, if this does not close above, then I think we will have a retracement. We could see a retracement to this wick, right? Retracement as in a move back up, continue to the downside, right? So we are bearish, right? So we do have accumulation here during London. This is a form of manipulation. This is a data low. We do have a data high, retracement, run up. We have some time left in this session. Let's see what we make of it. So let's go down to the 1 minute. Here we have this fair value gap has been closed in. So this looks like this could be considered as a balanced price range. I know there's different terminologies out there to describe or different price action describes a balanced price range. But ICT mentions if we have price going in both directions, up, down, back up, balanced price range. But this isn't a ideal scenario of it. What are we looking over here for ES? Basically, we're looking for if ES has taken out their highs, if it has relative highs, or if we have any SMTs. We have a run up, boom, we took out this out here, and we're coming down. So if we do close below this, which we almost did, I'm gonna take a short here. Oh shit. Oh, oops. And I think I'm gonna get out of this position. We do have a fair value gap right here. This does look like a balanced price range. Ideal situation would have been to allow for this fair value gap to be formed to return to it. And this is in a premium return to it. Uh, and allow price to come back down. That would have been a better scenario, but I was a bit too early on this one. So I got in at 918 on my prop firm account. So that's down here. And my target are these lows down here. Ideally, this New York Open or London high here, right? Essentially going down into a discount. So if we can come to this 1 hour order block, that'll be nice. It looks like ES is respecting this fair value gap. Um, ES looks like it wants to be bullish. So let's hope that ES is a six sister in this case. So this 1 hour at 878, that's my target. So we did hit external range liquidity here. But on the higher time frame, we are digging into this fair value gap here. So this would be considered as internal range liquidity, and a run back would be external range liquidity. But we are delivering from a higher time frame, 15-minute pool of liquidity right here. So I do want to see that we complete this fair value gap right here. I don't have a trailing stop loss. Yes, come down. Oof. Bull short block. These are the moments that I struggle. Not taking profits when I need to. So this is an area of improvement that I am constantly working on. So let's see what's going on with Dixie. Dixie looks to be bearish, trying to get to real good lows, maybe get a drawn liquidity. So I got to that position, and I'm just gonna reverse the position. So I'm out of that position. Yeah, still got a high there. All right, let's see if we just inverse this fair value gap here, ran back into this fair value gap. Let's see if we can continue to the downside. Yeah, still holding its fair value gap here. And does this look like a bearish short block here? All right, so we'll just continue to wait until we see a setup. All right, so we do have this 5 minute fair value gap that we seem to not be able to close below. We did inverse this one here, run up to this fair value gap here on the 5 minute, and now we're heading back down. So given that we wicked into this fair value gap a bunch of times, I can't say it's a high probability setup. So if I were to take this, it would only be with just one candle, or not a candle, but with one contract. Let's look down on the 1 minute. And what we're looking for is the inverse of this fair value gap right in here. If we do, then we can have a continuation down to the downside. So 10 seconds until we close. Looking at ES, ES is remaining strong, so I don't believe we will. So I'll take a, so we did not get displacement below here. And ultimately what we want to do is just wait until we get down here, until we see a setup. So a lot of consolidation. Traditionally what I would do is take a run up and would be green, but not take profits, right? It's like if you are going to scalp, you definitely want to take profits quickly and just stack them up. That way you can get to an account size in which you can scale in more positions. So again, this fair value gap is holding on 5. What we need to see is some form of displacement above these highs up here into this 4 hour change of state of delivery, or come down to this 1 hour bullish order block. Uh, so we can remove executions. See here? And this is a data low too. That's a data high. At least I do believe, well, 8:30. Well, this is our data low. Data high has been taken. So we're targeting data lows right now. And again, we're delivering from this 15-minute fair value gap up in here. Um, right? 15-minute fair value gap right in here. But yes, in this 15-minute BISI, it's pretty strong. Um, so it looks like a very low, slow move to the downside. You can wait for the silver bullet in 10 minutes. like how the buyer's respecting this 5 minute fair value gap in a premium. So we could enter into this position here, but there's a lot of whipsaw, whipsaw, whipsaw. Secondly, there isn't a defined entry, right? Price action is choppy. So this gives us an opportunity to look for um, accumulation, and then we should see some form of manipulation. And we are delivering from this fair value gap here on the one, and we're coming back into this 5 minute fair value gap here. And this is a 1 minute, this is a balanced price range. So we can see a move back into this range right here. And my expectation is we could see like a 1 minute change in state of delivery, move down, fair value gap, run into it, buyers respect it, continue down, get some strong displacement over these lows down here, down into our data low at 830. That's what I expect. So right now, just observing. There's really nothing to act on. Traditionally, what I do is add alerts in areas where I want to see price go, like up here. This is an area that's worth adding an alert. Same with down here. And usually when I do add my alerts, I give it a setting too. So this is like the 1 hour bullish shorter block. That way I can do something else instead of just staring at price action, thinking that I'm going to see, right, something magical is going to happen. This is where people get, at least for myself, this is where I get in a lot of trouble. We could have a five counter run here, one, two, three, four, five, into this 5 minute fair value gap. Um, yeah, see, run back into this wick right here. This is the type of price action that I like to see, respecting his body, boom, and now. But the thing is, like you have to anticipate it, right? Prior to it happening. This is kind of too late to get into. We do have some 20 seconds left. Let's see if we can get some displacement. So we could close, form a fair value gap. Right, so we do have this fair value gap here that was inverse. This is coming down, one, two, three, four, five. Can I run into this fair value gap here? Now we have another fair value gap forming right in here. I don't see any 2022 market mentorship models. We have no chart on liquidity on higher time frame. This fair value gap here looks like it's going to be closed. That's what we come down to. Okay, so this remains open. Again, on the higher time frame or higher frame of things, we are stuck within this gap right here, this range right here, right, right, stuck within this range. So ES is up here in the premium. NQ looks like it's slowly working its way down to a discount, right? And traditionally, when I see ES is strong, usually NQ is a six sister, and it's gonna eventually catch back up. So again, I don't see any bearish order blocks or bearish breakers. Traditionally, we want to see a draw on liquidity for that to happen. We do have this fair value gap. It's remaining open. We could see this as a change in state of delivery, run up, close below this. But right now, price action is just it's choppy and really nothing special happening. So it's gonna wait uh, till we can see a setup that we can reverse engineer. If we can't reverse engineer it, then we can't take the trade. Oops. So let's look back on the five. Here we on the five, looking like we want to close this fair value gap. Respect to this 5 minute fair value gap here. So this was a good position here. Running to this bearish order block right here. So very good call. And here we have this 15-minute fair value gap here, coming down into his 1 hour bullish order block. So we'll just wait until price gets there before we take any positions. Look how we have this model 14. Nice. All right. So once we get down there, my alert will be detected. I'll be alerted, and I will look for a position. So what I expect to see could get a draw on liquidity in this area, inverse fair value gap on the like a 1 minute, and we could take that and target, these internal range liquidities up here. Do this nice little fair value gap right in here. See if we can get that as a target. This is a bull shorter block. See what's going on with the S. The S still up there in the premium. So ideal scenario would be to see this become inverse right here. Whoa. Uh, plus a five. So we are in a premium. This can be inversed. If we can inverse this, then I'll take that as a long call. Although we still haven't had any draws on liquidity, so ideally we want to see a draw on liquidity down here to these data lows. Here we just had a run up into this fair value gap, and I do believe we're gonna continue to come down to the downside. So right now it's kind of like 50-50 for me. Um, if I were to put a contract on, it would just be one contract, anticipating that we reject this fair value gap here. We got 3 seconds left. Let's see what we do with this bar here. So this is a high here. So if we don't hit this high in this candle and we do in the second candle, that'll be a draw on liquidity within a inefficiency. All right, so it looks like we're going to inverse this maybe. Let's put that there. Let's see what happens. And look how we come down the mean threshold of this wick here and constant encroachment of this wick here. And got 20 seconds left in the session. Could we inverse it? Bullish order block. And this is the type of displacement that we want to see. Bullish order block in premium, or actually in discount. Constant encroachment, or of this wick here. And we did inverse this here. So I'll take a small little buy position here. And take profit will be right up in there. So setting my stop loss below, I can't do it. Stop loss will be here. All right, so I'm out. Again, we want to see a draw on liquidity, right? So this will act as a bearish order block. We want to see a draw on liquidity down here. So we'll just wait until we can get a solid setup. So again, I came in bearish on the day. Um, there's a lot of up and down, up and down, up and down to get to our target. I should have not gone long. I should have stuck to my buys, which is bearish. So had a great opportunity up in here. Look how we hit this bearish order block here, right? So let's see if we can inverse this here on the 5 minute, and that will translate over to the 15 minute. Look what we ran up to on the 15 minute. Yeah, we're definitely coming down for these data lows. I'm gonna take a short position here. All right, so my alert has been hit. So the question is, do I take profits? And that's where being humble comes in the picture. So hit my $400 daily goal, but given that I had that loss, and looks like we're gonna hit. Come on, take out that data low. Take out that data low. All right, so my stop loss has been hit. I'm up $337 on the day. Get out of that position. Now, if we want to remain active and trade, the idea was to see these data lows get taken out. I have my stop loss, of course, a bit too tight. But now we can look for our 2022 model. ES still has not taken out his data lows. And then we have London lows down here as the next area. So if I were to enter on this, it'll just be one contract and kind of low to short. But that is the next obvious strong liquidity other than these relative lows down here that we just took. Damn it. I should just. So we do have 842. Um, so what's going on the higher time frame? So I will go long here, given that we took out London lows. Now this run up might take a while. So moving my take profit above here. I hate when that happens. All right, so I have 500 bucks today scalping. So this can act as a bullish order block here. I'm sorry, a bearish order block. And question is where are we going to? So London lows are almost taken out actually. And again on the higher time frame, we are delivering from this 15-minute fair value gap here. Take out these relative lows. We do have a bullish order block right in here within this fair value gap. So this is like a very nice area that we can expect a a setup to occur. ES coming to its bullish order block here. So I'm feeling kind of longish. Let's see how this fair value gap here holds. Um, I'm going to take a small little call position here. And I want to see if we can get that for like 10 handles. So I got filled at 61. Oh, yeah, that's right. Stop loss will be below this low here. And I want to get at least 10 handles out of this. So take profit will be up here. It looks like we, shit. Looks like we hit that. And my stop loss a little bit too high. I got to be better about that. So we could have the 2022 model forming here, right? Fair value gap, run up into it. So we can get some, there we go. All right, so it looks like we're gonna hit $1,000 in gross profit for today. Um, I do believe we can come and have our take profit here at this high. I, of course, have my stop fills a little bit too close, so I do see we can drop back down into this fair value gap here, New York Open. And if the bodies, if we can close out of it, then I'll take this for a call position. Looking at ES as well. So I'll add another position in right here. Look how that New York Open is holding. So again, if we're here, this is only 10 candle move, so I was a bit too short on getting in, filled down here. So I'll just do a market order. And I want to target this fair value gap up in there. And my stop loss will be right here on my top step account, which is only about 5 handles. Like how ES went down to his fair value gap, moved up. All right, so bullish short of black right here. We need to be able to close above it. And we want to see inducement above, not inducement, but there we go. We want to see displacement above this high. Moving my stop loss to this becoming a free trade. All right, so I don't see any fair value gaps for us to return to. We do have this bullish short of black right here that we could very well run to. Target again is this high right here. We can move the stop loss up here. This was the silver bullet. So ICT says it should be it's a nice run up. 10 handles on ES or 5 on ES, and we're almost there on ES. And I had my stop loss a little bit more higher, a little bit more liberal, or my take profit, I would have been down here on my Top Step account, and I'm gonna move this up a little bit higher. All right, so now I'm almost 2 days ahead of schedule at 1,200 bucks, or 3 days ahead of schedule. It looks like my stop loss will get nicked. Ran right up into this area right here. Uh, I really want to see a move into this fair value gap running here because this is in a premium. See, and this is also optical trade entry for a call position or a short position. All right, so I just exit my position in my Top Step account. Um, it's something about locking in profits, which I'm learning how to do, admittedly, how to let runners run. I've had so many positions in which I had a really, there we go, very tight stop loss, and only for it to not even close below, but just nick it, and I just get wrecked. See how high this bad boy can go. All right, it's 1,200, and I'm out. All right, so this is where I'm at for the day, 1,200. So I'll take that and Come back tomorrow, and as you can see, market is still moving up. And I love how we mapped out this relative low, Kasi or nearly sell side liquidity or London sell side liquidity, and this fair value gap that I found on the I think the 5 minute, also is 4 hour bullish shorter block, as we can see here. See this fair value gap right in here, bullish shorter block, fair value gap, London lows. This is a runner. Yeah, 4 hour right here. At least I thought it was. So here it is down here. That's more like it. They find doing me. Running into this 5 minute order block here. Here we do have a fair value gap down in here. Now we can see price retrace back into. So here's an example of when we can enter into a move. Notice how we went into this inefficiency here. We have 14 minutes left, seconds left to see if we're going to close. It looks like we're still bullish. Look how we dipped into this fair value gap here. This was our silver bullet. And here we dip into this fair value gap here. And can we get a run up? But we do have this 5 minute fair value gap here. And yes, ooh, went right into this bearish shorter block right in here. And we are delivering from this 5 minute fair value gap. And we go right into, wow, wow. So the question is, can we inverse this fair value gap right in here? And if we can, then take this out right in here. And this is optical trade entry for a short. So I'm gonna see if we can close right here. And I'll take a small little scalp short here. And my stop loss will be high this fair value gap. Take profit. I want to see if we can come down to uh, so I do have a trailing stop loss. I don't want this to go against me. But if we can come down to this low down here, this would be a smart money long, as Lumi Trades, shout out to Lumi Trades mentions. a swing low inside of an inefficiency, and this is inside of a discount. So this would be why I should consider this as a smart money long. And if we take, there you go. And if we take from this low or from that high down here, this is optical trade entry. This 0.75 area. And there we go. Come into this swing low down here. And I'm out. So I hit $2,000 today. And we can cut that right down to the New York Open, which lines up nicely with this swing low. I didn't realize that. So there we are, 2,000 bucks. Should have been a little bit more, given that our total losses is 300 bucks. Um, as you can see here, 2,400 in total profits. Uh, so the ideal is, 400 bucks a day. This is a pretty good day for me today. I'm gonna be done for the day. I could certainly make more. I don't want to make more than $4,500. Stop Step has that rule. You can't make more than your best day can't be more than half your um, account goal. Look how we go to constant crosswind right here. Um, so we were gonna run up to this area. But anyways, as I was saying, goal is to if we can keep this up for tomorrow and the next day. Well, tomorrow is Friday. Uh, I think I might come back on Wednesday, try to test out the market. Skipping Tuesday, day after holidays are usually kind of jaggedy. But anyways, yeah, continue with the math. If we get 3 days tomorrow or next week, averaging 2,500, that means we would have passed our top step account with flying colors within last couple of weeks of the year. So again, I only used, I think, uh, one position I had two contracts on, which was kind of weird because I hit the exit button, but it wasn't closing out all of my contracts. I was actually up a lot more on it, but shit happens, right? Anyways, so if I were to advise someone on what they should do at this point, I would look for a return into this optical trade entry for a short. We do have this inverse and balanced price range, so I called this one out. Run into a 5 minute fair value gap. So you can see right in here, 5 minute fair value gap, inverse, well not inverse, but fair value gap. Buyers were respecting it. And that's where we got initial rundown to London lows. And we have this bullish bearish short of black right here. And we have this constant encroachment of this wick here that we run into. So this is amount of 14 and run down. So it looks like this will be a bearish short of black. This run up, it's this fair value gap. Again, we want to see a draw on liquidity, which I would consider this as draw on liquidity. So we are going from this premium fair value gap to a discount fair value gap. This is why I saw this as a area to get out. That's on a lower time frame, as you know, price is fractal. So same applies on higher time frame, in which how we, interpret price action. But what I want to bring our attention to is this bullish order block right here and the fair value gap within it. Like I respected it, almost closed outside of it. So that's why I still kept this bullish order block in play. That's why I mapped it out. We also had relative equal lows on the lower time frame, one above it. So that sweep there, gave us some liquidity mixed with this, and then on the 15 minute, it's 15-minute fair value gap here, and look how we just delivered for them pretty aggressively. Um, and then on the 5 minute, within that 15-minute fair value gap, we should have, what do you know, another fair value gap here, which we did close at the low, but we didn't inverse it. And moving up, and if we go to the one, still looking at that fair value gap in discount. I just like how, it's 1 minute. Although this is 1 minute, we have nobody's closing below it. And then we get this strong um, displacement candle. And then we inverse this fair value gap here, which turns into becoming a inverse fair value gap. And then we have our silver bullet here. So this is all bullish trend season, which I was um, talking about. We also have this bullish order block here, which we can also see as a change in state of delivery after delivering from a drawn liquidity. All right, here we have a change in state of delivery here, fair value gap, inverse, silver bullet. And this was the first target here, right here. Second target, it's inefficiency. And then given that we are delivering from a higher time frame, PG rates here, this would be the obvious target for a 5 minute fair value gap, for the 5 minute fair value gap. From this point out on, from my experience, we could see again a run up into these inefficiencies up here. Given that we did come down from this New York Open and ES came down into this fair value gap again, bodies are respecting it, so I could see it run back up. But as you can see, ES has been moving sideways, stuck within this range here, this out here. So if I were to advise someone, I would certainly set alerts at this out here. Given that we took out these lows here, sell side has been purged. ES has not taken out sell side yet, so still moving in the range. I do believe we will run back up into these highs here. So um, other than that, I'm done for the day, logging out, and I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, I really fuck with you.